Hello. What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's going on? What's going on? Let me close that door for a second. What's going on, people? What's going on, people? What's going on, people? What's going on, people? Can you see me? Can you hear me? Can you see me? Can you hear me? Random show back once again. Random show back once again. Special, very special, quick little stream while I continue with my day activities. A very, very fast, very impromptu, maybe like an hour, 20 minutes or so stream for your listening pleasure. Thank you for joining me on the Random Show, episode number 607. You can hear those sirens. You know exactly where I'm at, in the heart of London. You can hear those fucking sirens. You can hear the police. You can hear the ambulance. You can hear them. People are crying. Man, them are singing. Everybody is going. It is the Random Show. Thank you so much for tuning in today. Thank you so much for giving me some time out of your day. You have many things that you could be doing right now. You could be looking after your babies. You could be giving your fella a little tug. You could be giving your lady a little flick. You could be kissing your kids. You could be walking your dogs, walking your cats. If you do that, you're weird. You could be doing all manner of things, but you're joining me here today. I thank you. I thank you for joining me here today. I do not take it for granted in the slightest. Thank you so much for your listening, pleasurable ears. So, I want to quickly cover Wagwan with Akaash Singh, a bit of Fire and the Kid and everything else in the title. So sit back and relax and let's get into the show because I've got not that much time really. So I have to just crack on with it. So let me just crack on with it. So first things first. First things fucking first. First things fucking first. Let's get into some TFATK. Let's get into some TFATK. Let's get into some TFATK. Let's see how the mood starts, right? This is the first podcast they're doing together as a trio. I know the first podcast as a trio in the new studio. This is the first podcast episode they're doing as a trio in the new Fire and the Kid studio. The first one as a fucking trio. Actually, let me just see. I want to quickly see make sure my kick is working. My kick working? Let me make sure my kick is working. Bear with me a second here, people. I know this is not the best, but bear with me a sec. I just want to quickly make sure my kick is working. Is my kick working? Are you working over there on kick? Are you working? View channel? Yeah, it's working. Okay. If I type, what happened there? If I type, will it work? Let's see. Will it come up there if I type? Anything come up there when I type or not? Yes, it's working. Okay, cool. Brilliant. So, first thing I want to talk about here when it comes to the Fire and the Kid. This is the first episode they're doing together, right? As a trio, where they're in the new studio. They're in the new studio now, right? They're in the new studio as a trio for the first time. Now, in my opinion, new studio set up as a trio, the energy should be high, right? The energy should be fucking high. They should be fucking buzzing. They should be so fucking down. Oh my God, new studio. We're here together. New times. I know it's in the same building, but still, refresh alert, right? It gives you an excuse to be refreshed. It gives you an excuse to be fucking charged, to be pumped, to be ready to go. It's a new studio, right? Yeah, I know it's the same building, but it's still a new studio. And it's all three of them now. It's all three. It's not two, just Brendan and Bryan who are kind of over each other. It's also Nick, who I feel like is vying for the position to step in when Bryan Callen eventually quits, gets fired, or whatever else happens. So usually when it's all three of them, they usually got good energy, right? Because Bryan's trying to bring it. Because Nick Simmons got the young guy energy. He's fresh. He's trying to do it. Nick Simmons also trying to impress Brendan. And Brendan's sitting back and letting these two kind of fight over him like he's a fucking NFL football player. And they're a couple of IG models. So the mood should be up, right? Let's check the mood. First episode with all three. Let's check what the mood is saying between them on the Fire and the Kid.
Yes, we did, because we back at it again. It's the Fighter and the Kid.
This is really the Fighter and the Kid.
Come on, baby.
I gotta get rid of this. This is too much.
Too thick.
Especially as it's getting hotter.
Yeah, my girl loves it, but I'm like, I don't know. I'm getting lean now, so I have structure.
You don't want to hide it.
Yeah, it makes me. I think it makes my face fat.
Yeah, when you bulk, you want to do a beard.
Yeah,
everyone who bulks
That's
does
not bad,
beards.
You don't think so?
No.
Look at that energy. Look at that fucking energy. Look at that energy or lack thereof. They come into the show. The first thing they're doing is complaining. The first thing they're doing is complaining. It's complaining about, oh, I don't like my beard. I want to cut it down. I'm actually looking a lot slimmer right now. I'm actually looking much more in shape than I was prior. I want to look at my problems that I have. I'm losing all this weight. I'm looking at but complaining essentially. The first thing they're doing is complaining. Now I also find it really interesting, the lighting on the show. Don't know if this is prophetic. Don't know if this is somehow prophetic, but the lighting on the show. Look at the lighting. Look at the lighting. Doesn't it seem like Brendan and Nick are lit way better than fucking Bryan? Bryan looks like he's in the dark over there. No? Am I bugging, or does Bryan look like he's in the dark over there? They've got Bryan in the dark in the little cuck corner, right? Bryan's in the dark on his little cuck chair, and you've got Brendan and Nick in the fucking lights, under the big lights, under the well-lit fucking studio lights. Whereas Bryan is over there in the fucking cuck chair, having to pretend to take part. Look, he's even got an Abbott Kenny Fight Club t-shirt on. I think somebody's trying to get back into Brendan's good graces. He's even wearing the merch. When's the last time you seen Bryan wear any merch pertaining to the Fire and the Kid? He'll wear fucking bulletproof coffee. He'll wear fucking expensive nonsense sandal merch. He'll wear some stupid gym merch that he went to for a couple of days. He'll wear this CrossFit t-shirt, but wherever he gets free, or he'll wear one of those t-shirts, because Bryan dresses a lot like Eric Griffin. Bryan Callen dresses a lot like Eric Griffin. Like, you can tell Bryan and Eric Griffin get dressed by their wives. Like, when they go to Walmart or when they go to Costco, their wife pulls out shirts and gets them for them because they're fed up of seeing them in the same shitty stuff. But their wives buy them like multi-packs. Like, Eric Griffin and fucking Bryan Callen definitely let their wives buy them multi-pack t-shirts. You know, the ones that come in like gradients of green. So it's like avocado green, forest green, I don't know, wheat green or something, right? It all comes in little gradients, like gradients of blue, dark blue, navy blue, baby blue, right? It all comes in gradients. So I think that's what usually he does. If he's not wearing free t-shirts that he gets from fucking merch companies, sponsors, or especially ones he doesn't declare, because Bryan's really cheeky. Bryan wears t-shirts from brands that pay him money, but he doesn't mention it to Brendan. That's what I think. Little theory there. Don't know if this is true, but I'm just going to throw this one out there. I think Bryan sometimes wears t-shirts from brands that he gets paid directly from, that he doesn't mention anything to Brendan about. He just keeps on the shh. But anyway, when's the last time you've seen Bryan wearing any kind of TFATK merch in your life? Think about it. Think about it. Think about it. When's the last time you've seen him wearing any type of TFATK merch? I think he's trying to get back into his good books. I think he's trying to show Brendan that he's one of the boys, that he's in it for the long run. He's not trying to let Nick take over for his position. But I do find it interesting how they are lit perfectly well and Bryan is just there in his little cuck chair in the dark. And this is how they start the show, by the way. This is how they start the show. This is a new show, a new fucking podcast studio, right? There should be new energy. They should be really pumped to go. And this is how they're starting. So drab, so dry, so fucking monotone. They're both complaining. Also, look at the framing. Look at the fucking framing. Big up Chin. Big up Chin, the $100, the $100,000 a year fucking podcast producer. Big up Chin Su Yi, the $100,000 podcast producer. Look at the fucking framing. I'm a nobody, right? I'm a nobody. I'm just talking to you through a fucking MacBook Air, fucking webcam. The actual screen on this, but by the way, the actual screen, so make sure you support the channel. Make sure you support the channel, subscribe, become a member, all that shit. Because the fucking screen on this laptop, on my MacBook Air, is actually broken. No word of a lie. The screen on my MacBook Air is broken, so I can't even use the screen. But the webcam still works. So I have to use the fucking monitor, right? So I'm using a fucking cracked MacBook Air, right? With a fucking webcam and a monitor and another fucking Chromebook. You know, it's all over the place. It's a very fucking slapstick, DIY, amateur fucking setup. But even I know, the guy with the amateur setup, I know this isn't correct. The fucking sign is not even straight. It's not straight, number one, right? And it's also not in the center. I know maybe it's in the center when he's filming these two, but if you have these three, you have to put the sign somewhere else, Chin. I know if you're filming just Brendan and Bryan, it's okay maybe, if you change the angle of the camera, but when Nick comes along, you kind of have to move the sign. I know it's annoying. You have to maybe paste over the fucking holes with some paint or something. It's going to be annoying. I get it. You got to keep moving it every fucking time it's free co-hosts. If it's two, I get it. But that's the little attention to detail that goes a long way in these type of shows. And with a guy like myself, who's a little bit cracked anyway, right? I'm a little bit cracked. I'm a little bit tapped. I'm a little bit OCD. I already suffer from fucking some sort of, undiagnosed mental health condition. When I see this, it kind of makes me want to twitch. You know what I mean? I'm all over here shaking. I can't get right. I can't focus because this shit isn't centered. This shit isn't fucking centered, and it's making me not want to focus. I'm all over the place. I'm looking at the carpet. The carpet also isn't centered. The carpet isn't centered either. Look at the carpet, bro. Do you know what I mean? It's making me fucking get cracked. It's making me fucking get cracked. It's not fucking centered either. Like, there's cables all over the floor. It's all over the gaff, you know? I don't know. And also, why is Brendan in the fucking middle all the time? Why does Brendan always have to be the king of the castle? Why is Brendan always in the middle? Why not just mix up a little bit to kind of freshen up the show because it's a new studio? Why have Brendan here? Why not have Brendan there on the right? Why does Brendan always have to be in the middle like he's fucking Genghis Khan? Why does he always sit on the fucking big throne chair right in the middle like he's fucking Tyrion Lannister or some shit? Why go on for that? Why go on for that? Anyway, let's continue pressing play. My critique means nothing because I'm small time fry. But like, subscribe, become a member, all that good shit. Let's go.
Let's do it, Ginster.
Let's go. Keep that or no?
Yeah, fuck it.
All right, go for it.
We'll do it live.
Come on, let's do it live.
F it, we'll do it live.
We'll do it live.
How many times have they said that, by the way? How many times have they gone to that well? How many times have they gone to that fucking, what, is it Bill O'Reilly? That's his name, right? How many times have they gone to that Bill O'Reilly famous meme skit thing? How many times? How many fucking times have they gone to that well? Oh my, I wish that search engine was alive, by the way. I wish that search engine, by the way, big up the police. Big up the police, big up the police, big up the police. I wish that search engine, no snitching, don't snitch, no snitching, no snitching, big up the police, no snitching. I wish that search engine still existed. That somebody made on TFATK Reddit, where you could search all the episodes. Somebody made like a fucking search engine, but I don't think it exists anymore. But I wish it did, so I could fucking type in live, we do it live, and see how many times it's come up. I bet you could get so many fucking hits if you just type in we do it live. They've been running that fucking meme, that skit into the fucking ground, man. Move on.
What's up, dude?
Hey.
Are we in? Oh, we're in.
We're
By the way, I'm in a little bit of a good mood because I don't know if you guys know what Yamanaka factors are. Have you heard of this?
Here we go.
Oh, glad. So they're shooting viruses in your eye. Now, why? Because it's the first time in clinical studies with not just rats, but primates.
Again, boring topic, don't get me wrong, but Brian's trying. Let's see how Brendan responds, and if he pours cold water on it, or if he just tries to like match his mood and also go, because it's a podcast, right? You throw up a topic, something you found interested in a week, something you got up to, whatever, and then you see how it goes. I'm curious to see, how does Brendan approach this? Does he match his energy, or does he do what he usually does, pour cold water over it, and then later complain, oh, Brian's not doing anything. He's too old. He can't be funny anymore because he's 60. He can't be funny. Brother, help him. He's trying to do something. That fucking guy's talking about his beard and cutting his beard. No one wants to hear that shit, right? The other guy you want to replace him with is fucking talking about his fucking beard. Who gives a fuck about his beard? At least this guy's fucking trying. Come on, let's see what Brendan does. Does he pour cold water over it, or does he try and assist him?
And now phase 1 with humans, that they are reversing aging of cells so that literally they have animals that were blind that had damaged
But you don't have eye issues.
No, but I'm saying they shoot it in there and the cells kind of reset and start like new.
Okay.
So people have literally better eyes.
What?
Yeah.
Hey,
This feels like a conspiracy.
No,
No,
theory.
the
Hey,
guy
hold on.
won a Nobel
Hey,
Prize.
Hold on. You know what's the best thing about this? You think you're going to be alive by the time it comes
they're in
to humans.
They're in phase 1.
yeah.
But you see that? You see that? You see that? Brian's trying to make an interesting topic, trying to make it whatever. And of course, Brendan just goes for the tried and true. Let's insult Brian. Let's say that thing about him maybe not being around anytime soon. You know what's funny though? Considering the amount of risks and considering the shit that Brendan puts into his body and considering how reckless he is in general, there's a case to be had. If you were going to put money on who would still be around, I'd say Brian's got more of a chance of being around than Brendan. Especially when you factor in the cars, all that malarkey. So these constant jabs about his unlikely fucking passing, it's getting a bit tired. And also, the guy's trying to make a fun podcast. He's trying to do an interesting thing. Is it the most interesting topic in the world? No. Am I gripped by this story? Of course not. But he's trying. He's like, oh, you won't be even alive. Brother, Brendan, gun to your head. Spell alive without stuttering. Gun to your head, Brendan. Spell alive without fucking stuttering.
Yeah. So in 10 years, Bubba.
Two more fucking
That'd be fast.
phases.
That'd be
about
fast.
10 years. Yeah.
10, 15 years.
The point is they're going to be able to do this with every cell in your body. They shoot a virus in it. It resets.
Oh, no. And we're looking forward to it.
Hey, dude.
Yeah, thanks for the heads up.
No.
You're
Hold
gonna
on.
be having like this. Fuck.
No.
Just shitty here in heaven.
Hey, by the way, are the camera switches brutal or is it just me? Are the camera switches from Chin kind of brutal or is it just me? I feel like Chin with the camera is kind of brutal. It's kind of making me like, I'm kind of getting, what's that word called? I'm kind of getting like a bit of epilepsy. Like, is it me? Am I getting a little epilepsy? Or the camera switches are they're a little bit like, you know, they're making me like, they give me a little bit of, Maybe it's also the fucking non-stop sirens out there and that's not helping. But I'm feeling like Chin's camera switches are a bit rough. They're not soft, you know, they're a bit rough. They're like, they're like, you know, they're like that. Can you hear this? Like this. Like, it's super hard, you know?
Fuck.
I missed it.
Just eyes hanging down like a fucking dog.
His original eyelids
No,
in
but
heaven.
Yamanaka factors, they say, they're literally a
He gets up
revolution.
there and it's just like,
I'm
God's like, no nip tuck up here, Bubba.
No, I'm dying and they have it for my eyes. Good news is, bad news is you're dying. Good news is you can have good eyes and watch yourself die in a mirror.
You could see your family say goodbye.
Literally. It's the craziest shit though. Where it's the first time.
Niggas already rubbing his eyes and bored already. Fucking know this podcast, man. I know we all have to earn a living somehow. And this isn't the hardest way to earn a living. But could you imagine just doing this all the time when you have to do it? You don't want to do it, but you have to, and you're already bored within the hour. Within the first 10 minutes, sorry, you're already bored. No, the first 3 minutes, you're already bored. Brian's already rubbing his eyes.
It's the craziest shit though. Where it's the first time in history.
Huh? You're already bored. You've just started, bro. He's already tired. He's already fucking tired and they've just fucking started. Look at him. They've just started and he's already tired. He's already over it. He wants to go home. Which I understand. He's old and shit. I get it. But still, could you imagine this is how you earn a living? You just got into work. You just clocked in. Because I think that's usually the sign of a bad job. I haven't had a lot of bad jobs in my life, right? I haven't had a lot of bad jobs. Even the jobs I had that were bad, I feel like a lot of it was my fault. Because I think you always have to take accountability to type of situations. Because most of the time, bad jobs, if you're really, really, picky about it and you're really focused and you really pay attention, it's usually has to do with how you approached it, your attitude, your lack of work ethic, your lack of hustle, maybe your lack of concentration, not really blending well with people. There are some odd times where you can walk into a job and you get bullied straight away. You know what I mean? And you're getting fucking mugged off straight away and that's horrible. But for the most part, bad jobs are usually a reflection on how you approach them. But there are some, but in some cases, you can go into a job, which I have had before, and you know how they sell you the job in the interview? It's sold to you one way, then you start and it's another thing, and you're caught off guard. And then you start hating your job, and then you start doing that thing that people do where on the Saturday night, you're already dreading going to work on Monday. On Saturday night, when you're on your way home in an Uber from after night out, or after some drinks with your pals, or after a fucking meal, on your Uber ride home on that Saturday evening, you're already dreading going to work on a Monday, let alone what happens on Sunday. Those are usually the signs of a bad job. That's usually, I feel like, a sign to leave. Obviously, in this economy, don't leave any job, right? It's hard to get jobs nowadays. In this economy, probably don't leave any job unless you're getting physically assaulted, right? Don't leave any job by any way, shape, or circumstances, whether you're working in Tesco Express, Aldi, Lidl, the corner shop around the corner, someone's fucking garden, whatever job you have as a bar back, I don't care, waiter, do not fucking let go of those things because jobs out here are hard to get. But if you're waking up in the morning, or if you're clocking into work and you're like Brian, and you get to your desk and you're already rubbing your eyes and you're already yawning and it's only 9:02 and you started at 9 a.m., get a new job.
Is shit though, where it's the first time in history that they've been able to reverse aging in a cell. It's at the cellular level. Bring up Yamanaka factors. It's like,
oh, by the way, last thing to mention on this, right? Last thing to mention on this show, because I'm definitely not gonna watch the whole thing. I'll do the clips later, and I'll feed you the clips. I just wanted to give you a little intro of what's going on. I'm definitely not gonna watch the whole thing here. Do not worry. I'm gonna do the clips later, and we're gonna do it later, right? Another thing to mention. I can't believe I was arguing about Chin making 100 grand a year. If he's making 100 grand a year, if Brendan is paying Chin 100 grand a year, Brendan's the one that's getting scammed, not Chin. Remember for long we were saying, oh, Chin's underpaid, blah, blah, blah. No, if Chin is getting anywhere near 100 grand a year, Brendan and Bryan are the ones that are getting scammed because they're overpaying him. Because look at this. Look when you scan up top. 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 Look at the framing. All of the fucking pipes are exposed. These shitty cable. I don't know if that's a cable. I don't know if that's mold. I don't know if that's some sort of like lining. If that's some sort. I don't know what the fuck that is. Like what the fuck is this, Chin? Chin. All of those years producing, and this is the best you could do. I know it's like a short day notice, right? I know Chin would argue, Agostino, you don't get it, man. This guy, Brendan's fucking annoyed. Because I could imagine a scenario where Brendan told Chin they were going to move studio on like Thursday, you know, or Friday evening. And Chin's off, obviously. So he has to come in over the weekend to move all the stuff from one studio to the other, then set it up ready to go on Monday. So I could see Chin saying, hey, Agostino, man, come on, man. This guy told me to move studio on the fucking Friday morning, right? I get it. But still, bro, you're one person. It's one show. You have had, what's that, 4 days to get this started. You could have had a better, cleaner set. Without all these props, without the carpet and everything, without even the sign, there could have been a way cleaner set that they could have gotten away with than this. This needs at least a curtain around it. Some sort of curtain, maybe better framing, maybe bring the chairs closer to each other. Something, Chin, because this is horrendous, bro. All this exposed fucking pipe work and whatever this line is, this could be some sort of like backing or cladding. But it kind of looks like mold. It kind of looks like it's been damp, you know, like some sort of leak happened upstairs. I doubt that's the case. I don't think this is damp or any sort of leak. I think it's probably like there's some sort of plaster wall and there's some sort of foil back in here, or the back right, some sort of foil, some sort of metal griddle thing, right? Maybe this is like actually, you know what? Maybe this is actually a temporary wall. Maybe this is some plywood that Chin bought actually. Or maybe it's some plywood, or maybe someone put up there to kind of and paint it white to make it look cleaner, because I guess the side of the wall has this metal kind of griddles. But still, you have to do a better job than that, Chin. You gotta do a better job than that. The sign is fucking uneven, it's not centered, and all the fucking plumbing of the fucking studio is exposed. Awful job there by fucking Chin. Absolutely diabolically awful. So if he's getting paid 100 grand a year, he's scamming Brendan and Bryan. He's scamming Brendan and fucking Bryan. Talking about scamming, let's talk about Druski. Druski's got a new skit. Druski dropped a new skit. I ain't watched it yet, but the Druski skit title is British actors are taking over all the roles. British actors are taking all the roles. Let's see what Druski did with this particular skit. Let's go.
You promise you go with me now?
Rudy, stop talking like that. You ain't going to no big city. Mass ain't gonna let you.
Yeah, I'm going with or without you.
Rudy, stop talking like that. Stop. Hey, what are you niggers doing over there? We gotta get out of here. Hey, what are you doing? Run!
And cut! Fantastic.
I need more American slave. Okay?
Like struggle.
Yeah, the struggle. Like,
Sort of like the dialogue, like the back and forth banner.
absolutely. Yes.
See, this role was sort of a bit cheeky. I got a little bit out of my comfort.
Why does it sound like me? This role's a bit cheeky. Why does it sound a bit like me, eh? Samson Dubois. Oh, that's so good. Samson Dubois. Sounds a bit cheeky.
But zone, you know. During the filming of this role in this character, I felt oppressed. Like an American slave, like a lot of struggle. I studied the art.
It's so good.
Fantastic turnout on the red carpet tonight. And just arriving, we have Samson Dubois at the American Guild Awards.
Samson, you look great tonight. How hard was it for you to change your accent?
As a little boy from Manchester, I think, I struggled a bit with the dialect, right? But to really get into character.
And it went from Manchester. He's allegedly from Manchester, but he's got a fucking London accent. It's hilarious. But bloody hell, the production, bro. The money is going up, and you could tell Druski's getting paid because the production in this skit is fucking high level. All these fucking paid actors in the back pretending it's a fucking Golden Globes or whatever it is. Fucking hell, man. Big up Druski. The budget is going up.
For this quite astonishing role that I took on. To say the least, I put it all on the line.
All right, 3, 2, 1, action.
I'm telling you, nigga, if you fuck with my shit, I'll kill you, nigga.
Concrete Jungle Volume 2, hilarious.
You'll be fucked up. Fuck.
Nigga, we family.
Nigga, ain't no fucking family in this shit. We not family, nigga. Fuck family.
Hey, cut, that's the one.
That was stunning. That was stunning.
Great performance, brother.
Great performance. Working with a good London boy, and I bother him all the time. I had a call with that director. It was quite quintessential to the role, and quite.
Is that how I sound? Honestly, is that how I fucking sound? Quite quintessential to the role. The unnecessary big word, isn't it? The unnecessary fucking big words. Quite quintessential to the role. Nigga, it's a fucking movie about some gangbangers. Let's relax, innit? Let's fucking relax. Quintessential.
Character development behind it. I put this fucking bullet in your head, nigga. I laugh because I'm penniless and a bit quite surreal. A bit quite surreal.
A bit quite surreal. Nah, he's good, man. This guy's good. I don't like him sometimes, but he's fucking good.
Samson Dubois. Samson, yo, who's the girl? Who's the girl?
What's your next
Samson
movie?
Dubois.
What's your
Samson
next
Dubois.
movie?
Yo, do you think your British accent gets you all the black bros in America?
Samson,
Come on, bro. Are you serious, bro?
Do you think you're better than them?
Better than who, bro? Black people.
Yeah.
Stop.
I feel like that was a Damson Idris nod. I feel like that last one was a Damson Idris nod. I feel like that was a Damson Idris nod. That's fucking good, man. I like that. I enjoyed that. But I have a feeling some of my African American counterparts are not gonna like that too much. Because it's a big discussion, it's a big debate on fucking Black Twitter. On Black Twitter, which is mostly dominated by African Americans, they're really upset about the amount of British black actors who take up a lot of the black American roles over there in America. They don't like it at all. So I'm pretty sure Black Twitter's gonna hate this. I found it funny. I liked it. I like the increase in fucking production. It shows that you can do it really shiny too. Because I think part of the charm of why Druski skits work is the kind of rusty, amateurish, like DIY nature of it. But he's shown with this skit that it also works when it's polished. When it's got money behind it, when he has a whole crew, lighting, videos, whatever, it still works, right? Extra, it still works. But I have a feeling the main premise, the main theme of this, I have a feeling a lot of black people in America aren't going to like this. Now, I haven't seen a reaction, but I want to gauge it. I want to gauge the reaction based on the View quotes. Let's see what they said. Let's see what the View quotes have said about this. I'm curious to see what other African Americans are saying, but I bet it's not going to be good. I bet it's not going to be good. Let's see. Okay, first one. Nobody does skits better than Druski. The budgets get bigger, and he's funny as fuck. What is his issue? Crying, he dropped this at the wrong time. UK Twitter isn't seen this morning. Idris Elba and Damson Idris seen this Druski skit. He on a different level right now. Okay, people like it. Saw the Samson Dubois and tossed my phone across the country. Nice skit, but man, too much production taking my soul away from it. This N-word ain't even do skits no more. These are whole productions. This N-word did it again. The four horsemen of this genre. That's pretty good actually. The four horsemen of this genre is pretty good. But you have to be honest though. They've all four have got some crazy good American accents though. Let's be real. My Americans in the stream chat. All four of these people have really fucking good American accents. Like really fucking good American accents. Maybe the worst American accent out the most is probably Henry Cavill. If I have to be controversial. I think Henry Cavill might have the worst American accent of all four. Maybe. But they've all got really good ones. Like you wouldn't know. Yo, big up Ashley Cummins. Well, go on, babes. Big up Ashley Cummins. This is how I felt when I'm hearing Elba talk for the first time. Hilarious. Idris Elba, Cynthia Everio, Letitia White, and Damson Idris. Okay, what else is going on here? Let me see. Let me continue. But let me get my mouse here. What was the budget? This isn't even an exaggeration. Okay, they like it. Chad Johnson. Okay, I was mistaken. I thought the African American crew wouldn't like it. I thought the African American crowd would fucking hate this, but they like it. When I watched The Wire, I found out Idris Elba was British. My world came crashing down. He got the that's true by the way. Idris Elba's accent in The Wire was fucking brilliant. Let's not take away from that. Idris Elba's accent in The Wire was fucking brilliant. He got the British accent down perfectly. It's actually annoying how good he is. Not even trying to glaze, but every new skit he drops ends up being some of the best work. He's the only comedian who can get away with this. Druski low-key using skits as an audition tape. Druski really taking these skits to a whole new level. The production and the quality he got on this is making me feel and watching a real movie. Uh-oh. LOL. The next Druski video is always going to be better than the last one. He's the best in the world. Who are the contacts? This N-word don't miss. He be on point. First miss. Okay, somebody said here first miss. First miss from this person. Key and Peele already did his joke. Oh my god, bro. Shout out to Druski for putting the spotlight on these cosplaying debtors who take movie roles to belong foundational black Americans. The British actor skit is accurate as F. This MF Druski can't miss. I'm screaming. Next level. This directed by Damson. This is directed to Damson Idris. Yeah, I agree. Druski on the roll. Druski's roasted the cosplayers. This N-word is amazing. Nobody touching Druski. Okay, cool. So everybody loved it. I'll take it back. I'll take it back. I was mistaken. I thought people would hate it. I thought people would have hated it. Talking about hating. Talking about hating. Talking about hating. Flagrant have confirmed the worst kept secret in podcasting. Akaash Singh is no more on Flagrant podcast. Akaash Singh has quit Flagrant podcast to focus entirely on his stand-up comedy career. Now, most of us knew this. Some people like myself had the slim hope that they were doing this whole like Akaash not being on the show to kind of let the fucking hate die down a bit because of all the embarrassing things that his wife said and did online that cast a bad light on Akaash and made him look a certain way and how embarrassing it all was and humiliating, blah 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 blah. Myself, I personally thought that they were doing a good thing for Akaash as friends, not really talking about it too much on the pod or at all. Not also having him on the show because it would kind of just drum up all that controversy again and letting him just focus on his comedy. So they can focus on the pod, he can focus on his com, and then once everything dies down, he comes back. But for whatever reason, I don't know why. I don't know if because of Jasleen. I don't know if it's because people hated Akaash. I don't know if it's because people loved Akaash. But for whatever reason, for whatever fucking reason, this die down thing hasn't worked. People are still talking about this. It's still a hot button topic. It's still causing debate, controversy. It's still a thing. I don't know why in particular this particular story hasn't died down, but it hasn't died down. Why hasn't it died down, I say? The moment Akaash Singh popped up again on a podcast, when he went on fucking Hot 97, the whole thing started again. Yeah, I know he spoke about it, but the whole fucking drama and the conversation around him and his wife and how she embarrassed him and humiliated him all started again. So for whatever reason, this particular topic just won't die. So I think it might be for the best that Akaash left. It's probably for the best that Akaash said, you know what? I'm going out because this ain't good for my mental health. Because every time he appears on this show, even his co-hosts, right? Not even us, the audience. I feel like his co-hosts are walking on eggshells. Because they know what the fucking elephant in the room is. They know what the fucking story is people want to talk about. They can't really make jokes about it either. Because it clearly hurts Akaash's feelings. You could tell. Which I understand too. I get he's a comedian, but this whole thing hits quite close to home when people on the internet are calling your fucking wife a whore, right? It's going to hit close to home when people on the internet are saying they hate your wife. It's going to hit close to home when people on the internet are saying that you should divorce her, all this stuff. It's going to be a bit much to take. So he can't go on the show because he can't get ripped by his fucking co-hosts because it's going to hurt. He can't go on the show because it's going to make everyone start talking about the whole thing again. The comments are going to be on him. So I think it's for the best. It's probably for the best that he leaves. Now, the sad thing about it, if you're a Flagrant fan, there was no goodbye. No goodbye, no final episode, no nothing. Which I think is a kind of a bit of a spit in the face to the fans. You know, if you're a fan of Flagrant, you should feel a little bit perturbed and a bit annoyed because they never explained what was going on. I think they owe that to the fans. They never explained why Akaash took so long off the pod. They kept saying he was on tour, which was a lie. Right? Obviously he was on tour, but he obviously didn't want to go on the show. They left you guys in the lurch. They didn't update you at all. They're out the blue to say, hey, he's off the show now. No explanation from him. No proper goodbye episode. No goodbye thank you fucking video from Akaash himself. Just completely ran away. Like in shame or whatever it is. Which I think is odd because really and truly, if we're being honest, Akaash did nothing wrong. Really and truly. Akaash did nothing wrong if you're thinking about it. He defended his wife against the indefensible. We get it, but that's his wife at the end of the day. Of course he's gonna defend her. That's his love of his life. That's the mother of his children to be, or whatever, the mother of his children coming up and shit, right? So of course he's gonna defend her. The person who's most to blame is fucking Jasleen. But she's also a little bit delulu and a bit, you know, all over the place. So there's no even point even trying to talk to her because she's never gonna fucking get it. But I don't even think Akaash deserves all the fucking pelters. Yes, I know he was on the pod and he spoke bad about other people in their relationship. Then when it come to his, he tucked tail and ran. I get it, but still, it's his relationship. It's his fucking marriage. I understand why he felt that way. So this whole thing is kind of a bit long-winded and whatever. All to say, I think Akaash made the right decision quitting. It would have been better if he did a proper sign-off and did a goodbye episode. He deserved that, given everything he done for the show. Because they started this show from the fucking gut. I remember when they were doing this show in was it the Breakfast Club studio? Or some radio studio, right? When it was like 5 of them and stuff, and that Kaz guy was on there. So they got this out of the mud. They got this out of the mud. I'm pretty sure they started the Patreon because of Akaash. Akaash was struggling financially. Schulz wanted to help him out because he wasn't selling as many tickets. So they started a Patreon that could give Akaash some extra money, and they kind of started blowing up that way. So yeah, it really, the pod really helped. You know, they obviously, Akaash did a lot for the pod did a lot for him, but the fans also kind of warmed to him. Yeah, I know the fucking leg slapping shit was annoying, but you know, the best duo at the time was fucking Akaash and Schulz. They kind of bounced off each other really well. They seemed like they were really close. So I felt like they deserved a good sign-off to be like, you know what? It's sad how it ended, but let's end it on a high, give the fans a good, funny show at the end, and then kind of keep it moving. Without saying goodbye, it's a little bit, it's a bit shitty. It's a bit shitty not saying goodbye, but I get it. Anyway, let's play the clip of Schulz talking about it, and then we can continue on.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to Flagrant. Schulz here, Alex Media, Marky Gagnon. Miles is back there. Yes, and we're on the West Coast. Thank you, Alex Media, for hosting us in WTF Media Los Angeles studios. Beautiful, lovely.
Nice.
Don't you guys dare say you like this better. Okay? We spent way too much money on that podcast studio in New York City. But come check out the podcast here if you guys are in town. Now, we got to address the elephant in the room, no pun intended, okay? As I'm sure you guys are aware, our boy Akaash, he really went through it earlier this year, showed amazing resilience and, you know, selling out Radio City recently, setting records in Toronto.
Again, he went through a lot because of his wife, not the internet. Let's keep that stack. Yeah, I know it was fucking Myron, but big up Myron for Fresh and Fit. Myron Fresh and Fit must be fucking dancing. He must be taking a victory lap. Myron must be laughing uncontrollably right now. Myron must be laughing uncontrollably right now. Because him and Akaash and Myron had beef because of the episode that for Fresh and Fit when they went on Flagrant. And for whatever reason, I don't know why, maybe it was a projecting, but Akaash was really on them super hard. Like, I get their dorks, I get their bozos, right? Myron and fucking the other guy. I get their bozos, but the way he was going at them was a little bit. So now I'm wondering, was it all projection? Because of what he was going through at home. Maybe it's projection, isn't it? Because he sees how they talk to women, and he knows he can't get away with it at home in his own house, so he starts projecting and being like overly white knighty. But whatever. They had a little bit of a tete-a-tete, right? They had a little bit of a tete-a-tete, and it seemed like Akaash got the better of them. But then, when of course Myron found all these clips of Jasleen, because I think Myron was the one that started the fucking hate train against Jasleen, actually, because he actually shared the clips of her on pods talking mad spicy and whatever else about her, you know, past sexual relationships. It kind of started the whole tsunami of everyone fucking dissecting what they're about. So Myron now must be laughing his fucking head off because he got the last laugh. Yes, he lost a little battle on the show, but he won the fucking war. Now you got fucking Akaash to quit his fucking podcast and not even do a fucking farewell episode.
Crushing stand-up around the globe and literally just like living the dreams that he would tell me about at 2 a.m. when we're eating fucking egg sandwiches at Veselka. So it's been amazing to see, but the experience has put things in perspective for him. And he has made the decision to focus all of his energy on stand-up. He is going to be stepping away from the pod. It is bittersweet.
That again doesn't make any sense. As a popping successful stand-up comedian, it's different if you already got your stand-up comedy stuff popping. If you're already popping stand-up comedy, you don't need a podcast. But if you started on the pod and your stand-up is now popping, you should keep doing your fucking pod. You shouldn't pull back because your stand-up is popping now, because there might come a time where your ticket sales dip. Akaash is banking on the idea that this ascendancy that he's on, well done to him, by the way, sold out Radio City Music Hall, fucking brilliant. He's on a real massive, great ascend, but there's going to come a point where it kind of levels off, where it kind of dips. And that's where you need the podcast and podcast appearances to kind of keep that shit ticking over. Not doing any of that stuff at all is going to be a real big detriment to him in the long run. Hope it's not the case, but I think it's a real foolhardy decision not to do it. Now, that could always be the case that he may go and do his own show, his own solo show, which I don't think would work personally. I think he works best in a group setting, right? Be able to bounce off with people. But he does need some sort of outlet to keep that kind of like content thing going that can then draw eyes, market himself, and then obviously get ticket sales. Not having anything at all and banking on the idea that because I saw that Radio City Music Hall, I'm only going to go up is kind of naive and foolhardy.
You know, we wish that he did not want to do that, but at the same time, you know, it's very hard not to root for your friend, you know, literally living his dreams. And if he feels he's got to give everything to that, then that's exactly what he's got to do. And we're going to rock with him. We hope you guys continue to rock with him. Go check out the show. We saw the show Radio City. It's phenomenal.
That doesn't make no sense, by the way. It was probably harder to do what he did in the beginning. It was probably harder to grind and do the pod at the same time. Now that he's somewhat established, he should be in autopilot. Yeah, it's still hard, but it's not going to be as hard as it was when you're grinding. When you're on the come up, is way harder than the fucking maintaining of it. I personally think so. The come up of crossing over to a point where your fucking pod and whatever starts paying your bills and starts providing you with a life that you've always dreamed of, that's hard to get to that level. Once you get to that level, just keeping it is easy. Maintaining it. Look at fucking Joe Rogan. Joe Rogan hasn't been good for fucking nearly a decade afterward. You know what I mean? But he's richer than anybody. Why? Because you get to that point where you fucking cross up 100 million is really hard. But once you get there, you're fine. So I think it's a real big mistake to walk away from the pod now as your success in stand-up is going up. You should just keep continuing doing it just for the sake of your fucking stand-up comedy. Just for the sake of your stand-up, because there's no guarantee that these ticket sales are going to continue, because podcasting and all this shit is free. It's free. It's free for people to watch. Buying a ticket to go watch someone do stand-up, that costs a lot more and it requires a lot more investment. So, I don't know. I think this is a bad move from him.
You guys should absolutely go check it out. AkaashSingh.com for tickets. So we just wanted to, you know, clear the air. Akaash hasn't been on the pod for a while. We thought it was time that we, you know, talk to you guys about it.
You know what's funny? The really sad bit about it is that in a way, in terms of the harmony of the show, it's not going to make a difference. In a way. I feel like that Mark guy is really funny. And his own pod is really good. The Mark guy with the long hair, he's really good. He's really funny and really good. And I feel like he's actually funnier than Andrew Schulz. I'm not going to lie. I'd actually go as far as saying that. I actually think that Mark guy is funnier than Andrew Schulz. He probably has a way higher ceiling as a comedian too. In my personal opinion. He's way more likable. He has a way higher ceiling, that Mark guy. Alex, the black guy, you know what I mean? I don't really think he's that necessary. I think he's mostly a producer. I don't really know why he's on camera. I'm not going to lie. I don't really get why he's even on camera. I feel like he's the only one that's not really necessary. But again, in terms of the harmony, because they're all friends, it works. Because this show, I think, mainly works because they're friends. Because they're friends, they kind of, you know, bounce off each other really well. And their personalities kind of match. But I feel like regardless of Akaash not being there, it's not really going to hurt the harmony of the show. It's still going to be pretty decent for people that could like to watch it. But it's just a shame that Akaash, one of the people that helped to fucking help it grow, isn't going to be able to still be there, you know? That's the real sad part about it. He's the one that helped it grow. He's the one that was there. And he's not going to be around to fucking enjoy the success of the show. Do you know what I mean? The success as it keeps going on. That's a real sad part about it. Like, he helped the show grow from the fucking mud. And he's not going to be away. All because of his fucking annoying wife. Not because of any scandal he got involved in. Not because of any rape allegation, sexual assault, this, that, whatever. The only reason why he's not on the show is because his wife embarrassed him, humiliated him in public. That's really out of order, if you think about it. That's really not fucking fair. His wife humiliated him in public, and now he's suffering from the consequences. That, I think, is super unfair. But for the sake of his mental health, for the sake of his marriage, which he cares about, right? For better or worse, for the sake of his marriage and his mental health, it's probably for the best that he steps away. It's probably for the best.
Thoughts, boys?
It's bittersweet because this is my brother. I love him. I was here day one of this podcast, and it's like, all right, we were started together and together. Bad boys for life.
Yeah.
Some gay shit,
yeah.
You know? But yeah, man, I'm proud of him. I'm just so fucking proud, like, being at Radio City and just seeing,
crazy.
Like, just everybody was animated, like they loved it. Like,
yeah,
I'm just proud of him. And I think back to when we surprised him when I came home from Sweden.
Oh yeah, his reaction was incredible.
His reaction, like he didn't even care.
Why act like he's dead? Why do they act like he's dead? And again, why is he dead to do this, man? This is so, like, again, fucking Jasleen, bro. Fucking Jasleen. Maybe also Akaash lacking a fucking spine, but fucking Jasleen fucking Singh. Why isn't he there enjoying this? Why isn't he there getting these flowers? Why isn't he there reminiscing with these boys and doing a fucking proper send-off? And why are they acting like he's fucking dead? Why act like he's dead? Yeah, maybe in their heads as friends he's dead. Maybe in their friends he's kind of dead in their head because they know him from behind the scenes and they don't like his wife. Because that's what I also think is the elephant in the room. I think the big elephant in the room is that none of Akaash's friends like his wife. I think that's the big elephant in the room. Right? That's what I think. That's the other part of it that kind of makes it a bit tricky. None of his friends like his wife. So it's hard after your wife humiliates you in public. Everyone now knows about this shit. And now you have to go on the show with your friends who are comedians. They can't talk about it, but it's a big thing. And you also feel weird. So I get, like, it's more so like, you know, like in a group of friends, if somebody ends up stealing money. Does that make any sense? Does that make any sense? You know, like if you're at a house party and one of your friends steals something, like steals a camera, steals a phone, steals some money, steals a jacket or something, and you all find out. That friend can't really come around anymore, you know? Maybe you and him fall out, but they also feel embarrassed to go to they also feel embarrassed coming out with your other friends because they know they know that all your friends know. So I think that's what happened there. I think it was okay when it was maybe between Akaash and Schulz, because I think my theory, again, I don't have any information. My theory is this. I feel like Akaash and Schulz always butt head of his wife. I feel like Akaash and Schulz were the main ones that butted heads over Akaash's wife. Schulz didn't like her, maybe told him not to marry her and shit. She's bad news, she's annoying, whatever. But Schulz is also kind of a bit of an annoying personality, right? I can get why Akaash would be like, you know what? I'm not listening to you. Because Schulz himself is kind of annoying, right? He's kind of hard to like. He's a little bit unlikable. If the Mark guy is very likable, Schulz is kind of the opposite. He's kind of, you know, you can see why someone would not like him. So maybe Akaash is like, you know what? I'm not going to listen to you. I know you don't like my wife, but you're also not the most trustworthy person when it comes to judging people's personality. Because you yourself are annoying, right? But when it got out in public, everybody got exposed to it. It made it weird. I think it was okay to work together when it was just him and Schulz had a problem with his wife. But when all of his friends, all of his co-hosts had problems, it made it hard to go back. I think so. That's my theory. I could be wrong, but I think so.
Cameras are there, jumped up, gave me the biggest fucking bear hug. I didn't know he was that strong.
Yeah, for those of you guys, maybe newer listeners, Alex got locked up when we were on tour in Sweden, and we didn't tell Akaash that he got out.
Yeah.
And then there's an earlier episode where he just bursts in the room and Akaash sees him for the first time, thinking he was in jail the whole time, and Akaash just goes crazy, and it was just pure love. It was beautiful.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Why can't Akaash be here to fucking... That's a beautiful story. It's a bit of a cruel prank, but a fucking beautiful story. Why can't Akaash be there to reminisce on this? Give y'all a hug, have a little drink, toast to something, man. Thank you so much for everything he's given me. Thank you to the fans for the fucking support. I couldn't have been here without you guys. I'm taking the next step. Hopefully you guys can come along and join me. Maybe I'll pop back in from time to time. Maybe give them a little fucking carrot. Maybe I might pop back in from here and there for big shows. But I want to focus primarily on my fucking stand-up. And obviously I want to also start a family with Jasleen or whatever. Why isn't Akaash there, man? This is so lame. Honestly, that Jasleen woman, bro, like his wife is, that wife, man. Everybody out there, every man out there, whoever you pray to, whoever your God is, if you're single or if you're like in the process of finding somebody, pray to God that you don't end up with a wife like fucking Jasleen. Pray to God that you don't end up with a wife like Jasleen. Because in a way, she's kind of isolated him from his friends. In a weird, toxic way. In a roundabout way, she's kind of isolated him from his friends. Because now, I bet you Akaash feels more embarrassed being around his friends than she does. She's living her life and nothing's happened. But Akaash probably feels way more weird. He feels weird going outside, going with his, because he feels like everybody's thinking about Jasleen and how she said what she said. So she's made his life a little bit shit, to be honest. Yeah, he's got to stand up and he's killing it with the ticket sales, but socially, all the comedians say to you every single time, oh, the best thing about stand-up is the hang. The best thing about stand-up is the fucking hang. Akaash has no hang. So what? He's not hanging out with these guys on the podcast anymore. He's just going to do his fucking shows. Where's the fucking hang? Where's the community? Isn't this part of the reason why you do stand-up? For this sort of shit, where you get paid thousands of dollars to sit around and talk shit into a microphone about current topics. Come on, man. And plus, Akaash is a fucking talker. Akaash is not the one that's like a quiet wallflower. He always had a lot to say. Small man, but has a lot to fucking say. So all these topics going on in the media, he can't really talk about. Kind of crazy.
I love you, brother, but, you know, we'll see each other, so it's all good.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
We'll see each other. He's acting like he's going to say, I'll see you when I get up there, bro. Valhalla. I'll see you in Valhalla. I'll see you in Valhalla.
Yeah, it's cool to see all the venues he's selling out and everything that he's doing. I remember even like when I very first came to New York, riding in an Uber with him, and he was talking about this exact thing. You know, he's like,
they act like he's dead. Honestly, if you didn't know, you'd think this guy was dead. If you didn't know, you'd think this guy was fucking dead. I swear to God, you would. You'd think he was dead.
Like, yeah, man, like the pod's cooking, but like I want to be that guy. And then now he's doing all the stuff that he said.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's just really exciting. Like as a comic, I think we can understand. It's like, yeah, dude, you have an opportunity. I mean, he's going to be an MSG like soon.
Go get
it.
You
know what I mean?
Go get it.
It's cool to see.
Yeah.
And I remember the very first clip of this pod I ever saw before I was even on it was Premium Pete.
Oh, yeah.
Do you remember that clip? It's back in Engine Room, and he's trying to describe the length of his penis. And he holds up a remote.
Yeah, he goes, somebody goes, you ever seen a TV remote? And then Akaash goes, you take the batteries out of that. Bro, I'll never forget, and the internet will never let me forget the moment of Akaash just walking me down a logic thread where about effort.
Oh, effort. Oh, yeah.
And like he just knows that I'm about to just eat my fucking own ass. And then it's just like
remember this era of the show. This was the era where they held it down. I think was it during COVID. This era where it was just them two. If you're a flagrant head, you're gonna be kind of pissed. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna read the comments in a minute. I'm gonna go through the fucking Reddit. But if you're a flagrant head, you're gonna be kind of pissed because this was the main part of the show. These two guys were in the background. They were the fucking co-hosts that were behind the cameras. The main show was Akaash and fucking Schulz in front of this on that fucking setup down there. That's what held down the show for a long time. Now this guy just like disappears into the night, runs away. Like, do you know what I mean? He's hiding away. Doesn't give no goodbye, no nothing, all because of his fucking wife. God damn.
Ever, and then he gets up and does this like Indian dance in front of me.
He made me root for the Cowboys. You know. Never. Because now that he's not a Cowboys fan, it makes me happy to see the Cowboys win. You know what I mean? That's all it is.
Yeah, man. Just a lot of fucking memories. Yeah. But listen, go out and support Akaash, man. Go send him some messages. Show him some love, dude.
Yep.
He's the man. He's getting after it, and he's going to continue to crush it.
Yep.
So weird, so strange. But again, I blame the wife, man. Don't blame Akaash. I blame the wife. I think if you're in Akaash's position, you probably wouldn't want to go to a show every week either, because you know what they're all thinking. You don't want to be constantly reminded about your wife's embarrassing, humiliating fucking escapades online. You don't want it to be the fucking big fucking elephant in the room. You don't want the comments to keep consistently reminding you that you married the wrong person, that she's awful for you, that she hates you. All this stuff, right? It's just too much to handle. It's just too much to fucking handle. Also, you have no intention of leaving her, by the way. You love her to fucking bits. So you having to hear all this stuff, read all this stuff. It's just too much. So I get why he left. It's just a shame he couldn't say goodbye properly. It's a shame he couldn't say goodbye properly. And you know what's really funny? You know what's fucking really funny? There was this video I said to the other day about Jasleen taking credit. This fucking woman was taking credit for the Radio City musical. This one, up in this vlog here, right? Well, she was taking credit for the Radio City music hall. So I do find it funny how things have kind of panned out. She was almost taking credit for Akaash Singh selling out the Radio Music City Hall as if she did anything, right? If anything, she probably hurt his chance of selling out. And now a couple of days later, he's quitting the show because of her. I do find that funny. Akaash Singh sells out Radio City Music Hall. She gets online and starts acting like she actually helped or she was contributing to it. And then he quits the show. I wonder what she's going to say now. But this is for a few days ago, right? The caption is, get ready with me while I recap my husband's Radio City music show.
Do a life update? I feel like let's do a life update. Like so much has gone down. my husband sold out Radio City, which was so fucking just cool and surreal. Like, who can say they've done that? Like, not that many people. And it's just crazy that, like, in a city that I feel like really broke me, like when I was working till 2 a.m. and then Ubering home and figuring out how
me
I could expense it, and then like trying to apply to other
me
jobs on the side. And now I'm like, wow, not only do I have to work,
me.
and I'm not saying that as like, oh, poo you if you have to
Me.
work. I'm just saying for me, that's something I always
For me.
dreamed of, because I never felt like the corporate environment really fit with my personality. But not only do I have to work, but my husband sold out Radio fucking City, sold out 6,000 seats. Like, what? Are you fucking kidding me? Like, that's such a fucking dream come true. And thank you so much to everyone that fucking came through. I literally, like, I love you guys so much. I feel like we bent over backwards to sell tickets to this show, because also like 2 weeks before
We bent over backwards to sell tickets for the show. Bitch, what the fuck did you do? What's she talking about? I just was on the phone. Telesales, like running people down to buy tickets. What did you do for the show? God damn. We bent over backwards. What the fuck did you do? I'd love to know exactly what she actually did to contribute to the fucking sellout. I'd love to know.
that, his Meta account was hacked into. Thank God we were able to get access to that. Thank you, Tyler Burns. You're everything to me for that. So yeah, dude, just like a really fucking awesome experience. I swear to God, it was like our second wedding. It's like all our friends and family came, like pretty much everyone that was at our wedding came to this, like knew what a big deal it was for Akaash, and just showed up and showed out. Still, like, I feel like right after it happened, like the whole day I almost felt numb. Like I was like, just like I couldn't sleep all week. Like I was like, okay, like what do we need to get done? What's on the to-do list? But we have an amazing team now that was like helping us with everything. Amanda, Kiana, and Matt. And
if this is true, right? If this is true that she's an integral part of Akaash's like team in terms of his stand-up and his touring, it actually makes what she said on the pods even worse. So you knew what was on the line, if this is true. Because I thought she wasn't a part of the team. I thought she was doing all that fucking TMI, I put my pussy talk on the fucking pods because she was trying to make her own lane and do her own thing because she was bored at home. She was bored being at home just buying bags. She wanted to give herself a little bit of purpose, something to do in the morning, a reason to get up. So she started doing the pods, which started talking about all that shit. But if it is the case that she's always been a part of Akaash's team in terms of like the production and the management and the logistics or whatever, that makes what she said on the pods even worse, because you know what was on the line. You knew what you were risking by saying all that stuff. You knew how you could have a direct effect on fucking up his business, and you still went out and said what you said. I hope that's not the case.
And Danny and Kevin, it was just like, you know, like supporting Akaash, being there for him, coordinating family stuff, like coordinating where the friends are gonna go after party, like fun stuff, but it was like stressful, and like also making sure that we sold out, and we sold out clean. It was so fucking cool. This was also the first time I had seen my husband's like full set, and he had been working on it, I guess, since last year, whenever he finished his last special. And it was just so beautiful because I didn't know that he was gonna work in like some of the controversy and what happened to us, and I don't want to give too much away.
What happened to us? What you did to him, you mean? What happened to us? What you did to him, motherfucker? God almighty, this woman's fucking unbearable. Don't get me wrong, Akaash is not without fault. People do not like Akaash for his things as well. But all that stuff would have never happened if she never fucking opened her mouth about popping her pussy.
But I was just like bawling, crying at multiple points through the show, and
yeah, because you felt guilty probably. That was your fucking guilty conscience, isn't it? You could have nearly ruined that all. You looked out at the crowd. You saw the fucking sold out crowd. All these fucking Indian people, all these people from your school, from your family, all these other random fans. You saw them all fucking there pouring love onto Akaash, and you probably felt guilty that shit. I could have nearly fucked this all up. I could have fucking fucked this whole shit up. Look at all the fans he has. Look at all the love he has out there. Even though I'm super unlikable, look at what they did. They still came out for him. That's what you were crying about for.
Fucking beautiful to make meaning out of something bad that's happened to you. Should we do a life update?
Anyway, that was that one, right? And then let's see what's Akaash post? Has Akaash posted anything since the fucking announcement he quit the podcast? Nothing from him there. What's she saying? Anything? What's she post? Anything about Akaash? Oh no, it's just cool. I told him he had to come to me to an Olaplex influencer event. So what's this event? What's this about? They did some celebration for him quitting the pod. They put together a celebration dinner for him quitting the pod. Is that it?
I did not see it coming. Thank you guys. I really did not see it coming. Thank y'all. Happy fucking birthday, bro. Love you.
And as long as I
Is that his birthday or something? Okay, and another kiss aside the face. Are we gonna get kiss on camera? Are we gonna get kiss on the lips? Let's see if we get kiss on the lips. Let's see if we get kiss on the lips. Another kiss on the side of the head. No kiss on the lips there. Cool. Is it his birthday or something? Is that what it is? Maybe it's his birthday. Another kiss on the side of the head. No lips. Ah, brilliant, brilliant. The humiliation never stops. Goes for the kiss. Gets the side of the head and the hair. Blows out his candles. Goes for a kiss again. Gets the side of her head again. Love it, love it, love it, love it. Love it, love it, love it. Love it. That's what's being so fun about being married. You can't kiss your girlfriend or your wife on the lips. That's what everyone loves, right? When you unfollow me, can you please DM which post the last straw for you? Obviously, look, the day that he gets, Akaash announces via his friends on the show that he's quit the podcast, right? Akaash announces via his friends on the show, addressing Akaash Singh leaving and reminiscing on his favorite moments. And here she is on Instagram sharing you a Goyard bag, another Goyard bag. Akaash Singh is probably dealing with all these hate comments and whatever trolls online. Here she is, another bag that she wants. Great, great, great. Good to know, good to know. Good to know. Good to know what's on her mind, isn't it? Oh, this lady. Guys, I found out that I love steak. Why did no one tell me about this? It's so good. I eat this with my hands. It's so juicy. I kind of like her. I'm not going to lie. She's a chaos. She's an agent of chaos. She's an agent of fucking chaos, man. Akaash had to quit a podcast that makes how much? Let me go on Flagrant. Flagrant podcast Patreon. How much they make? Like 100,000 on there? How much they fucking make on there? Like $1 million? Akaash had to quit a podcast that makes $62,000 a month. $62,000 a month. Not including sponsors, not including what they make from fucking YouTube AdSense, not including from memberships. They already make on fucking Patreon $62,000. And Akaash had to quit because of his girl. But here she is on fucking social media talking about $34 steaks and fries that she ordered from DoorDash and Goyard bags that she wants to buy with Akaash's money. It doesn't stop in it. He's taking a dip in earnings, but she still wants to spend. He's taking a dip in earnings, but she still wants to spend. Of course. Of fucking course. Anyway, let's hear from the fans. What are fans saying? What are fans saying? The farewell post on the Flagrant 2 subreddit. Farewell Akaash Singh. It's official from today's episode. Akaash Singh has stepped away from the podcast to focus on his comedy. Shout out to the boy. Shout out for helping build the pod to what it is today. Making this thread as a discussion related. Someone says here, day one Brilliant Idiots fan. When Andrew, Kaz and Akaash spun off and created Flagrant, man, legendary. Sad day for Flagrant. Agree with that one. Damn, end of an era. Say what you will about Jasleen's situation, but the pod isn't what it is today without Akaash. Agree with that. I guess he's big enough now that he doesn't need the pod for his career, but the focus on career reasoning is an obvious spin. All relevant comics today have a pod. It's easy to bag. It's an easy bag, and it gives you an avenue to come up with material. I've seen Andrew use a podcast bits on stage. Just grow your following. Neither Akaash nor Andrew's stand-up careers would be where it is without the pod. I'm not trying to pile on Jasleen, but it's a shame that her actions forced him to do this. Money and career aside, this podcast is as much as his creation as Andrew's, and I can't help but feel that her recent comments about the Flagrant fanbase sealed the deal for him not to return. That's true. Oh yeah, I forgot about that, innit? She said the Flagrant fanbase were racist. Or something like that, right? Crazy. Most comedians at their core are weak, insecure tryhards. Akaash seems like one of the more weak-willed of an already weak bunch. Once his wife was exposed as a do-nothing gold digger with obviously no respect for him, there was never a path back to the show. He couldn't bring himself to put on the persona he's been putting on for years because that guy was never really him. True. The veil slipped. Focusing on stand-up is a cop-out. His wife's weird need for attention is his weak spirit cost him a good, easy job. Agree with that one. More posts on here. I think Akaash sees Jasleen as an extension of him. That's what marriages mostly are in Indian community. But it's kind of surprising to see how differently they both are handling this. Jasleen keeps on posting. Says she wants to be big on social media. And Akaash, exactly. Akaash is walking away in shame. And she's still out here posting as if nothing fucking happened. Honestly, bro. This lady is fucking something else. Has she got another post? Has she got a new? Is this a new one, right? This, of course, a new one. There we go. I think she deletes comments as well, but I think she definitely deletes comments too, because there's not a lot of comments. But can I just say, I obviously love the, yeah. I think she deletes comments. Because there's no way she's only got 14 comments. I think she definitely deletes comments on here. Which makes sense. Definitely delete comments. Don't keep comments up if you're Jasleen. Don't keep the comments up if you're Jasleen, because those comments are not going to be good. So I get why she does that. It's for the best. Peak era of the pod was previous studio where Akaash was for second mic. Mark would chime in. Worst era was when a new studio where all four were on camera. Agree, that one. Having that all four of them cameras is excessive. I don't think you need Mark. I don't think you need Alex on there. Mark maybe, but Alex doesn't need to be on there. That black guy is a bit pointless. Worst era ever. Mark basically had the same role and Alex was redundant. It works way better now. Mark is a great second mic and Alex actually has room to contribute. I disagree. I think Alex is zero contribute. The only thing Alex contributes is like his fucking nail polish and shit. He's a bit dead, to be honest. Doesn't really have much of a personality. To be fair, I think all men that color their nails in general, if you're not specifically actually in like the hardcore scene, the metal scene and shit, you're not an actual artist. I think most of it is a front for lack of personality. I think guys who color their nails are the same type of guys that wear dangly earrings. If you don't have a personality, you put that on, you'll automatically feel like you're something. You know, you got something to you. Like the most normie guys you know paint their nails. Which I don't think, it should always be like avant-garde, edgy guys who are kind of counterculture. But the most normie fucking guys that you know who fucking pay their taxes paint their nails. That doesn't make no sense to me. But what do I know? I missed Flagrant when Kaz was still on there. Akaash leaving is like a part of Flagrant simply dying. He's a 42-year-old grown man who needs to realize with fame comes criticism and not everyone will praise you. You can't just get by robbery. That's true, by the way. The first big scandal Akaash has been involved in and he ran away. The first big scandal he's been involved in, he ran away. Big up Gamebred. Gays. No, it doesn't matter. Gay or what, doesn't matter. Even if you're gay, you have to be a little bit on the fucking edge. You have to be out there. You can't just be some normie gay guy working in a fucking accounting firm with your nails polished. Having your nails painted should always be like a counterculture, edgy type of thing. Artist, this, that, whatever it may be. If you're just a guy giving milquetoast opinions on a podcast, paying your fucking taxes, do you know what I mean? Driving a fucking nice fancy car, having your beard trimmed perfectly, it doesn't hit the same. Nails painted should always be for the guys who are on the edge of fucking culture, on the edge of artistic expression. Doesn't matter what way you swing. But normie guys with just normie jobs, having their nails painted, get out of here. Having a successful pod is easy paycheck to maintain his lifestyle and promote shows. He must be really doing what he must be really done with the fan base. To be fair, he was always the odd man out by not vibing with popular guests and not going to events with the crew. Best of luck to him. Yeah, that's true. Maybe there's something to be said about that. Definitely, I'm a bit hurt, sad. I'm a legit day one's listener. Akaash is an integral part of the pod. Him leaving over internet controversy was not the professional legal impact on him. Bizarre, in my opinion. Flagrant fans are a big part of why this career is strong now, but it feels like he wants to turn his back on us. Exactly, yeah. It's almost like he feels like he's got better fans now with his podcast, with his stand-up fans, and not them. Maybe. Anyway. I'm going to leave it there for now. I got to chop. I'll be back later on, maybe. I'll be back later on, maybe. But I've got to leave you for now. Thank you for tuning in. Random Show episode number 607. We're going to continue this on part 2. Hopefully later on today. But for now, take care, people. Take care, be safe. And I'll see you guys in a bit. Peace.